Ah, remember those magical evenings in the 1980s when the local arcade became our second home? The air hummed with electronic beeps and the thrill of competition. As kids and teens, we'd clutch our pockets full of quarters, dreaming of high scores and glory. Today, on Nostalgia Time, let's journey back to those pixelated paradises where friendships were forged over games of skill and chance. Picture the sticky floors, the flashing lights pulling us in like moths to a flame. What was your first arcade adventure? We'll explore the rise of these electric havens and the games that captured our hearts. Settle in, dear friends, as we relive the thrill together. It all started with the birth of the arcade boom in the early 80s. Places like Atari's own venues sprang up in malls and boardwalks, transforming quiet corners into vibrant hubs of fun. We'd save our allowances for that precious quarter, each one a ticket to another life on the screen. Games like Space Invaders had us dodging alien hordes, our hearts pounding with every shot. Oh, the sense of urgency. Friends would gather, cheering each other on, turning solitary play into shared triumphs. As the cabinets multiplied, so did our sense of wonder. Can you recall the first time you heard that iconic Waka Waka from Pac-Man? It was pure magic, pulling us deeper into this glowing world. Pac-Man, oh what a sensation. Released in 1980, this little yellow fellow gobbled up our imaginations and quarters alike. We'd huddle around the machine, strategizing ways to outsmart Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde. The simple joy of navigating that maze, eating power pellets to turn the tables, it taught us patience and quick thinking. I remember summer nights spent chasing that perfect score of 3,333,360 points. It wasn't just a game, it was a rite of passage. Families even came together, parents trying their hand while kids giggled at the chaos. In those moments, the arcade felt like a portal to endless possibility. What ghost gave you the most trouble back then? Then came Donkey Kong in 1981, introducing us to the heroic plumber we'd soon know as Mario. Scaling ladders, jumping barrels rolled by a grumpy ape, it was heroism in 8-bit form. We'd form lines, each player building on the last score, the crowd's encouragement like a gentle wave. This game sparked our love for platforming adventures, filling us with that satisfying aha when we reached the top. Friends became allies in the quest, sharing tips and laughs over failed jumps. Arcades weren't just about winning, they were about those connections that lasted beyond the final level. Reflect on it. How many lifelong bonds started with a shared barrel dodge? Venturing into the shoot-'em-ups, Centipede from 1978 slithered into our hearts, evolving through the decade. Controlling a blaster to chop up that endless bug chain amid bouncing mushrooms, pure adrenaline wrapped in strategy. We'd lean into the cabinet, breaths held as the flea sprayed deadly webs. These games honed our reflexes, turning ordinary afternoons into epic battles. Groups of us would pool quarters for longer plays, the shared tension building like a family story around the dinner table. It's those small victories, the just one more turn please, that wove the fabric of our youth. Pause and think, what game had you on the edge of your seat the most? For those who dreamed of the stars, Defender in 1981 whisked us away to protect humanoids from alien threats. Scrolling side view action had us maneuvering ships through asteroid fields, rescuing pods with precision. The urgency of that scanning beep still echoes in my mind, a call to action that felt so real. Arcades became our escape pods, where worries melted into laser fire and triumphant abductions. We'd discuss strategies late into the night, turning gameplay into lore. This era's games weren't mere entertainment, they sparked imaginations that reached for the cosmos. As the lights dimmed and we headed home, the glow lingered in our eyes. Ready to dive deeper into the social side? Galaga, the 1981 sequel to Galaxian, brought cooperative flair as we captured enemy bugs to dual-wield firepower. The vertical shooter had us locked in battle, waves of foes descending like a digital storm. But it was the multiplayer magic, watching a buddy's masterful capture, that made hearts soar. Arcades fostered this beautiful camaraderie, strangers became teammates, rivals turned friends. We'd celebrate each other's free plays with fist bumps, the air filled with laughter and the scent of popcorn. These places were sanctuaries of youth where differences faded amid the pixels. Oh, the warmth of those shared cheers. It's what made the 80s arcades unforgettable havens. Not all thrills were digital, pinball machines added a hands-on delight. Titles like Black Knight or Gorger lit up with bells and flippers clanging, each tilt a risk worth taking. We'd nurse a single quarter through multi-ball mania, the table alive with energy. These mechanical marvels bridged old and new, reminding us of simpler amusements while embracing tech's edge. Friends would coach from the sides, left bumper now, turning play into a gentle symphony. In the arcade's embrace, we found balance between strategy and serendipity. It's these varied experiences that painted our memories in such vivid colors. As we approach the heart of it all, let's consider the lasting echoes. High scores were our badges of honor, initials carved into leaderboards like digital graffiti. Beating the top spot brought a quiet pride, names glowing eternally on the screen. But beyond competition, arcades taught resilience. Losing a life meant trying again quarter after quarter. We'd walk away wiser, pockets lighter, but spirits fuller. These venues shaped a generation, influencing everything from fashion to lingo. Game over never felt final, it was just the pause before the next round. As the 80s progressed, the magic endured, embedding pixels into our souls. Now let's rise to the emotional peak of what these places truly meant. At its core, the 80s arcade was a tapestry of human connection. In an era of change, these glowing rooms offered solace, a place where introverts found voice through joysticks and extroverts shared the spotlight. Romances sparked over combo moves, families bonded over co-op plays. The thrill wasn't just in the games, but in the stories they inspired, dreams of becoming game designers or simply cherishing time with loved ones. We'd leave with more than scores, we carried warmth, lessons in perseverance, and memories that time can't fade. This was our cultural heartbeat, pulsing with innocent joy. Feel that tug in your heart, it's the 80s calling you back. As arcades waned with home consoles in the late 80s, a gentle nostalgia settled in. Those neon nights gave way to quieter evenings, but the lessons lingered, like the value of presence, unplugged fun in a plugging-in world. We look back with fondness, grateful for the pixels that lit our paths. They remind us that joy comes from simple pursuits shared with those we cherish. The 80s arcade wasn't just a place. It was a feeling, a warm embrace from our younger selves. In today's rush, let's hold on to that glow. What memory from those days warms you most? Share it below and let's keep the conversation alive. Thank you for joining this nostalgic voyage through the 80s arcades on Nostalgia Time. We've laughed at the ghosts, cheered the rescues, and felt the warmth of those quarters spent. These memories are ours to treasure, bridges to the past that enrich our now. If this stirred your heart, like and subscribe for more trips down memory lane. Drop your favorite arcade tale in the comments. Did you master Frogger or conquer Tempest? Let's build a community of shared stories. Until next time, keep that inner gamer alive. The game's never truly over. Warmest wishes from all of us here.